Hello everyone and welcome to this FPL Gameweek 3 press conference stream with me, Holly Shand, coming slightly earlier than advertised. In the end, I got sorted early, so there's lots to go through today. Of course, the transfer window closes today, which is pretty significant for FPL. Plus, we've got 9 Premier League press conferences coming up in the next hour or so. Hopefully you can hear me okay today. So we've got coming up at 1 o'clock Chelsea, Spurs and Wolves, although I think I've just seen somewhere that the Wolves press conference may be at 1:30. That's going to give us the update on Solanke, which turned our FPL teams upside down last week. So hopefully for those of you that have kept him, there's a little bit more positive news coming out of the press conference. And then at 1:30 we're going to hear from Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Ipswich, Man City and Man United. And then at 2 o'clock, it's time for Aston Villa. So if you are here, do me a favour, like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you don't do so already. And come and say hello in the live chat. Let me know where you are tuning in from today. I can see that it's already pretty busy in the chat. FPL Down Under is in. And he's modding for us today as well, which is great to see. Gazman was in really early. I think he's had an incredible start to the season, top 1k, and playing a wild card this week. Said, would you prefer Havertz and Eze or Palmer and Muniz? That's really tough. I think Palmer and Muniz just. That's what I'd say. VJ is in. Says hello from a sunny York. Thank you for joining, VJ. Light Rays is here. Good to see you. Akshat is in and modding as well. Moaz, good to see you. Bonkers LFC already with the injury news saying Curtis Jones is injured. It's all going on already. Let's have a look then, because we have got... I wanted to go live early because I wanted... to go through all the press conference news in the first 10 minutes before the Spurs press conference. So I think that's what we'll do first. Here we go then. Hopefully you can see the live chat on screen now. Good to see so many hellos coming in as well. So we're going to jump straight to the news that we've had through already. Quite a lot of it actually. Some to do with the window. This was an interesting one. Wout Faes trying to force a move away from Leicester. I'm not sure if that's going to go through. Matty Cash hamstring injury. Obviously, we'll hear from Unai Emery at 2 o'clock, but it looks like he could be out for about a month. Now, Aston Villa, there is a 4 million defender in the game that could be playing right back for Aston Villa, but they are looking to try and sign Getrida in the window. So what happens there, I don't know. Tonali back available for Newcastle United. There was a bit of news from midweek. I think we've had further updates since then. This was an unfortunate one. Fabian Hertz says that Matt O'Reilly, who made his debut in the League Cup in midweek, picked up a pretty nasty injury. Yeah, he looks like he's going to be out for a while. Looks like Jebison is on loan to Watford. Apparently I'm seeing that. Has that just come through? I don't know if I can see that on the tweet deck. It's all going on today. It's going to be a crazy day. Oh, Getrida's gone, is he? Okay, we can get rid of that one then. We've seen Lavia is out for Chelsea. We will hear from Chelsea today. Akshat with all the news for us. Tony to Saudi, Ramsdale to Southampton, Matt Turner to Crystal Palace. Rodri has been pictured back in training. We'll hear from Pep at 1:30 whether he is good to go. Joe Willock, potentially an issue for Newcastle. This was the update. I've got a couple of Spurs updates before the presser. First one being that Solanke hasn't returned to training and is a major doubt for Sunday. We got that via Team News FPL on Wednesday. That was the update on Lavia. We've done that one. Yeah, Brighton's new signing Freddie Kadugla could be an option for Saturday. which is promising. It means there's a lot of competition in positions for Brighton now. Still a few Everton injury concerns, particularly in the defensive slots. Mason Mount going to miss a number of weeks with a hamstring injury. Maybe that means that we'll see Fernandes back in a 10 role, where I think he'll do better, and then we might see Xerxes further forward. Is Tony to Saudi? Is that here we go? Because I've seen that they've been trying to sign a couple of number 9s. So is it here we go yet? I've been out this morning, so I'm not quite as on it as I would be normally. But he's not going to be. He's not going to be a Brentford player on Saturday. He's doing his medical, so it's not quite locked in. Update from Fulham was that all players are available for Marco Silva. Ryan Yates, a bit of an issue for Forest. Mats Vifa could miss out again for Brighton. Estupinan is closing in on a return to action. Now, whoever plays left back for Brighton this weekend will be up against Saka. And I don't think it's a bad thing whether it's Hinshelwood or Purvis Estupinan or the new signing. I think this Ferdi Kadioglu, he could be on the opposite flank, you know. Let's see, there's certainly a lot of question marks in general at Brighton. No changes to the Leicester squad from midweek. Connor Cody came back in and we've got some minutes. Tarkowski is available for Everton. He was rested in the Cup. Oh, Gianni's joined us. He said, here we go. Gianni was on the fantasy show this morning. I hope it went well, Gianni. I look forward to watching that later. Yeah, so this was the Tony announcement. This was via The Athletic at 9:40 this morning. So I have no idea if there's been another update since then, because I've spent the morning at a soft play with my kids. However, yeah, it pretty much looks like it's happening. Oh, you're watching from the Premier League. Very nice. What a place to watch. Send me a picture. Yeah, it looks like Chiesa maybe not ready for Liverpool on Sunday. So that's one to keep an eye on. It'll be interesting to see where he fits in, whether he displaces any other assets as well. Now I've lost the tab that I was on. I've got completely distracted there. There we go. I'm still getting to grips with the new setup, making sure that I've got everything in the right place. Yeah, this was the one that we had reported in the chat already. Curtis Jones still not in training with the squad. Everyone else is fit for Liverpool. Josie says you got glasses. Yeah, I wear contacts all the time, but I had an eye infection last year and now my eyes get really dry really quickly. I've seen people commenting that I'm blinking a lot on videos, and I did try and clean them a bit, but the lights make them feel even dirtier than normal. I don't really like wearing glasses. Basically, I need to get my eyes lasered, but I've been too lazy to actually go and do anything about it. Anyway, we've got sidetracked. Yeah, this is the update we had via Paul O'Keefe on Spurs. Solanke remains doubtful for the weekend, and Richarlison felt something and was struggling, so also to be assessed. So it looks like we could see Kulu up top for Spurs potentially. That's something to keep an eye on. Postecoglou is normally very honest with us though, so in a few minutes we could have updates from his press conference. I think he'll rule Solanke out, if I'm honest. So the Osherman deal's gone through. Gianni said just sent Holly a cracking picture. I'm going to have to try and open WhatsApp now. If it kills the stream, Gianni, then it's your fault. Oh, that is epic. I see what you mean. Right, I'm going to try and put this up on screen. But it could be beyond my skill set. Hang on, let me have a look at how I do this. I mean, I don't know if the viewers will be as interested as I am. There we go. So that's Gianni sat in the lobby upstairs. I've never been upstairs, Gianni. of the Premier League with me on his laptop. Love it. What a view. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Yeah, so the Solanke press conference is the big one, isn't it? That we need to keep an eye on. I'm still hoping to roll this week, all being well, but you never know. You never know what can happen with the injury news from the press conferences, the 9 that we're going to see now, and also the other thing to bear in mind, the window shuts at 11 p.m. tonight. Oh, Medicant's disappointed that he missed the start. Yeah, I did go early. I was ready earlier than I thought. I put 1 o'clock because I didn't want to be not organised, but you know, I got ready soon. And Gianni's already saying, who is everyone captaining this week? That reminds me, I need to set the poll up. Who do you want to see in the captain poll? Obviously Haaland. So Haaland is away at West Ham. Salah's got to be in there, yeah? Palmer. We like Palmer. So Salah's away at United. His favourite Premier League opponent, by the way. Palmer. He's at home to Palace, isn't he? Right, they're the 3. People want Saka as well. You're going to be annoyed. I've gone with other. Saka is in the other category. Yeah, I just see Gianni said if I owned Palmer, I would go there. And yeah, I'm in the same boat with that, for sure. Right, let's have a look then at the tweet deck. See what we've got going on. Because we're heading into this crucial period now of the 1 o'clock press conferences. To be fair, I think Postecoglou kept us waiting last week and then dropped to the bomb that was that Solanke was injured. We did have a sneaky feeling. We were kind of ready for it. And we didn't get a little video from him last week, so I'll be intrigued to see whether that comes, because I do like the Postecoglou videos. I'm just trying to... Yeah, Ramsdale is confirmed and announced now. Hang on, is this even refreshing for you? It looks like it's static on. Hang on. We will get sorted. They look like there was a problem with the tweet deck there. That's it. There we go. That's all up to date now. Yeah, so Arteta... Sorry, not Arteta. Ramsdale is there. But yeah, no sign of the press conferences just yet. So recap of the times in case you're just joining us at 1 o'clock. So we've already heard earlier today from Southampton, Bournemouth, Liverpool and Newcastle. No major news so far in terms of player availability. The one that we're after is Solanke. Let me know as well if there's other players that you're sweating on the availability of, because to me Solanke is the big one today, probably the only one, but I'm sure that obviously we need to stick around and see if there's anything else important. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else, anyone else that you're wanting to particularly hear from on certain players. But yeah, Chelsea at 1 o'clock and Spurs and Wolves, although that one may be 1:30. I'm sure I saw something saying it was 1:30. So conflicting reports. And then also at 1:30 we've got Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Ipswich, Man City. That's the Rodri news, which will be good. It'll be great to see Rodri back. I feel like he's the sort of player that either doesn't start or plays 90. There's Foden. Like, Foden's a really weird one. Like, what is going on there? Like, until we see him starting and playing 90 minutes, I don't think we can be in a position where we can trust Foden as an FPL asset, which is a shame because he was sensational last season. But yeah, we're at the mercy of the news, to be fair. We need to see minutes from him before we can trust him, which is a real shame. Let's see, what injury news were we after then? There's a few of you waiting on injury news. Foden, Isak. There isn't any issues with Isak. We've already had the Newcastle press conference, as I'm sure you can see. Ocean Loader, why is Solanke not dropped in price? I don't know. Obviously, everyone at the Premier League must own him. Oh, Simon's in. Says, appears. I was like, yeah, I went early, I'm afraid. I did say that I might go early, and I was ready early. So, yeah. Where's James Ward-Prowse going? I hadn't seen anything on that. Oh, yeah, Matty Cash News. That's the other one. I think it's fairly conclusive what we've seen already, to be fair, but... Yeah, I don't get this Solanke. My interpretation was players are only locked in price if they're new in the game, as in they've not been in the Premier League game. I think when they are added into the game, their price is locked for 10 days. That's not the case for Solanke. I don't know what reason makes him locked, because the other scenario is when a player goes from red flagged to from 0% to 100%, then their price is locked as well. FPL Chai is in. Good to see you. Yeah, Medic says Ward-Prowse to Forest on loan potentially. Whoever's going from Morgan Gibbs White should not go anymore. Yeah, that's interesting. Is Andre confirmed for Wolves? Yeah, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. There's a few new players gone into the game, actually. Ah, right, here we go. Postecoglou. Right, I'm going to try and play this, and let's see if it works. Hang on.
It's close, but we're probably going to be cautiously. Dom, yeah, look, he's close, but we're probably going to be cautiously when we've got a big program post international break, so you'll miss out.
Yeah, Solanke is out.
Rodrigo's all good. He's passed all the kind of protocols we need to, and he feels really good. Medical team really comfortable with him being available for Sunday. The only other one that we kind of got in here was Richarlison, unfortunately, injury training, so he'll miss probably the next few weeks. So it's a bit late.
Oh gosh. Hopefully you heard that, guys. But yeah, Solanke is out, but it sounds like he's back after the break, which was kind of what we expected from what we've heard previously. So this Postecoglou update, Solanke is out for game week 3, back after the break, and then Richarlison is out for how many? Did he say how many weeks on Richarlison? The next few weeks. So I've just got to update or try and update the graphic without everything breaking. So cross your fingers. While you're waiting for me to do this, of course, like the stream and subscribe to the channel as well. Where are we going? Press, news, save, replace. Yeah, there we go then. So that was the update from Postecoglou, which is good. Good to see. Ah, Simon, you legend. Simon has gifted 20 memberships. She's incredible, Simon. You're too kind. So they've gone to Drizzy, Femi, Stephen, Yo-Yo Stick, Devonshire Hill Lad, Inda, Sam, Jack, Wiki, KBH, Bernard, Uktash, Newton, R4D3, Alex, Beaker, Philip, Diablo, Toms, and Stridich. Thank you, Simon. Simon is secretly Santa Claus. I bet he wish he was. He's just very generous. Yeah, so that was the update then from Postecoglou. So I think we kind of knew last week, didn't we, that Richarlison, that Solanke would miss game week 3, but he's got to be back. the focus has to be to get him back for game week 4 because that's the North London derby. And then Richarlison missing a few weeks. That's just unfortunate. All eyes on Kulusevski again now. Spurs don't have a great record though at St James's Park. I think it's been the last 2 visits. It's been 10-1 on aggregate to Newcastle. I think there's been a 4-1 and a 6-0 or a 4-0 and a 6-1, something like that. Isak brace twice, which is something to keep an eye on as well. Let me know in the chat if you are a Solanke owner. I know Gianni is. Does that news alter your strategy now? This is kind of the reason why I sold Solanke for a hit last week, because I knew he'd be out for this game as well. And then do I want to hold him ready for the North London derby? Like, if you are a Solanke owner, what are you thinking? I think my only issue is I bought Muniz and I really wish I'd bought João Pedro, but I think with the amount of players Brighton have got at their disposal, I think I would have regret at some point on João Pedro. I find it a really difficult position, those cheap forwards at the moment, which is why they are cheap, I guess. FPL Down Under says he has Solanke. What are you doing then? As a Solanke owner, what are you doing this week? And if anyone can tell me why Solanke's price is seemingly locked, let me know, because I don't understand it. I don't think it should be. You can get the predicted price changes, by the way, guys, on Fantasy Football Hub. So I might just pop across and have a look what's going on. So I believe this is free, the price changes. I don't think you need to be a member or be signed in or anything to get the price changes. So I'll drop the link in the chat. But the 50% off is still on as well, guys. So if you are interested, now is the best time to sign up. So yeah, so it looks like he is locked, but why is he locked? That's the thing I don't get. I don't think it's even very clear in the FPL rules what makes a player's price lock. Right, I'm just going to change the title of the stream to Solanke. Solanke ruled out again. Just for anyone that's joining, because I don't think I've got the news bar up, which I probably should put on for a little bit. Yeah, so you can get the price changes on the hub, so that's well worth checking out. Importantly, while we've got the captain poll live as well, Haaland's dominating, by the way. Top players by predicted points. I think I've done well putting Palmer in and Salah over Saka, because Saka's only 10%, the other's only 10%, but predicted points, Haaland top on 7.3 predicted points, Salah second, 7.1 predicted points, Palmer third, level with Saka on 7 points, and then there's a massive drop up there. You've got Isak in fifth, got there, on 6.6. Eze, the algorithm still loves, on 6.2 predicted points. And then, yeah, Odegaard, it's then a gap to all those hovering around that 5-ish point. A good question from Vishal. When is Raya's price going up? We'll look at that as well while we're here. I don't think there's tonight. Looks pretty certain. If we just have a look who's meant to rise tonight. Palmer, first rise of the season. Onana, João Pedro, Raya, Jefferson, who's now out or off, Welbeck and Madueke. In terms of where the transfer traffic is going, is Stupinan going up, Madueke going up quickly, Smith Rowe, Palmer, João Pedro, they're the ones that are rising the highest. Simon said 660 watching, please like and subscribe, doing the hard work for me. Thank you, Simon. Yeah, if you are new and you've not watched the stream before, I'm here every Friday at 1 o'clock. Right, let's jump back across to the tweet deck and see what is going on, because I'm sure plenty will be going on. It's just the nature of the day, having transfer deadline day. I think last season, transfer deadline day was on the same day as the FPL deadline. I think the deadline was a Friday. So it was carnage, and the deadline came before the window shut. So at least we've got a bit more information. Probably ought to bookmark this from Ben, which is the proper update. Looks like Broya to Ipswich could still happen. Ivan Toney going in for his medical. Oh, his medical's in London, I see. It's a different world, isn't it? Oh, Hinselwood's made the under-21 squad. Oh, we got a big update there, didn't we? Tammy Abraham to AC Milan. It's all going on. It's just going to be carnage, isn't it? It's fun, though. Yeah, and this is the other big one. Chiesa's FPL price has been revealed at 7 million. I think I saw a notification for that and then got sidetracked with all the bits and bobs. So what do you think to that? At Chiesa at 7 million. What were we expecting? So Jota and Diaz are both started at 7.5, didn't they? Chiesa's in at 7. Midfielder. There's been a few price announcements today. We also had Nunes coming in at Brentford at 5 million. And Elkanu's at Leicester at 5 million. Oh yeah, and there's the Ward-Prowse one. Duo Medical at Forest. It's all happening. Yeah, it's not a surprise to see Solanke out though. But yeah, what I'm interested to know is what you're thinking if you're a Solanke owner. Okay, where do you go now? Are you keeping him again, doubling down on it? Or are you going somewhere else? Right, it doesn't look like there's any sign of a Chelsea press conference at the moment, or a what was the other one I was waiting for? I think Wolves could be 1:30. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a lull then. Well, I wouldn't say a lull. We've got a little bit of time before the chaos of the 1:30s. There's 750 of you in, which is incredible. The chat's moving pretty quickly as well. So we'll answer some questions while we're waiting. So if you've got a question for me, drop it in the chat and I'll see what I can do. I'll keep the tweet deck open and then, you know, because it is one of those days where literally anything can happen. Is it a press conference stream or a transfer deadline day stream? Bit of both. It's the nature of the day. Is Ramsdale a good buy at 4.4? Potentially. We need to see him starting games first. I don't know. I've not really. I don't think we've had a big enough sample size to decide if Southampton are the whipping boys yet. Sanchez to Chelsea. How many? Tell you what. Tell me in the chat as well. How many players are Chelsea going to sign today? Yeah, that was the update on Solanke. Yeah, Chiesa could end up being an interesting differential. Yeah, we just need to wait for him to bed in, I guess. Chris says, I've wildcarded this week. Can't decide between Eze and Mbermo. who would you choose? I mean, Mbeumo is really enticing, especially with Tony now almost certainly going in the window. Apparently my volume's low. Let me move the mic closer. How's that? Is that better? I think it's still Eze for me. He's been so unlucky. You look at his underlying numbers, he's been incredibly unlucky so far this season. The returns are coming. B4 Bandit, Salah, Haaland and Watkins, or Salah, Palmer and Saka. I think I can't look past Haaland, so it had to be the Haaland option. I feel like Havertz can maybe cover Saka, especially with the news that Jesus is injured. Eki, will you choose Martinez over Raya looking at the fixtures? I think Raya's an interesting one because Arsenal shouldn't have 2 clean sheets for the start of the season. Raya's produced 2 fantastic saves. Watkins missed 2 big chances. So Raya's been quite fortunate, but there's a trend developing here that he is getting fortunate in keeping those clean sheets when he shouldn't. So I think Raya. I think if you're going at 5, then Martinez. VJ says, why not subscribe to Holly's award-winning channel? Thank you, VJ. Ricardo, I'd like to know your thoughts on João Pedro v Arsenal this week. I wonder if I should bench him and have an extra midfielder. I think if you've got a strong front 8, then I understand why you would want to bench João Pedro. The only issue is that it's penalties. I really don't like benching a player that's on penalties. Inda, any ideas about Njelovic playing for Villa? I think he will play this week because even if Villa were to sign someone today, they're not going to be eligible to play tomorrow. But just make the transfer tomorrow. FPL Onions wondering whether to get Palmer in for a -4. I don't think it's worth a hit. I think you could just do it next week for free. Lewis, Saka or Son over the next 3 game weeks? Saka, just. Son's a difficult one. I know some people went Son, were rewarded with that brace, but then lots are looking to already move him on. Rarad says, is Solanke's price locked? It very much looks like it is, but I couldn't explain to you why. It defies logic to me. Oh, Lewis has put his hand up. He says, start Armstrong or Matoma. Again, probably Armstrong with pens, but I really like Matoma. Ali Razor was in waiting for the stream to start 10 hours ago, which is dedication. Do you think Lewis and Konate will continue starting? I don't mind downgrading Vardiol and Arnold for them and investing in the attack if they continue to start. It's risky. I think when we look at Konate, I think he's probably got the place over Kwanzaa. That's really clear. Lewis, if he continues to start, he's got to be in there now. The problem is Champions League football comes back, and then does Walker start? Does that displace Lewis? Because Lewis is the one that's getting forward on the right flank, and Vardiol's been a bit more defensive. Gianni tempted by a -4 for Watkins. What's the other move that you're making in there? Yeah, Solanke's got to go. I know last week you had the strong 8, so it didn't matter, but I think long term, yeah, he's got to go now. Arteta's press conference. So we're at 1:30 already. Marino has a shoulder injury. He's out for a few weeks. Injury done in the first training session. Wow. Alright, this is it now. It's going to go crazy with the press conferences. As it looks like the City press conference is going on now as well. We'll multitask for a little bit. Stephen's on a wild card. Saka Trent v Salah, 4.5 million defender. What do you think? I'd go Havertz, Salah. That is unfortunate for Arsenal. Marino comes in, first training session, gets an injury. Yesterday he had a collision and he has a shoulder injury. It looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks. He landed on the floor. Gabby landed on top of him and it looks like he's got a small fracture. Wait, it's almost as bad as Yoro at United. Yeah, lots of comments saying do not Salah Isak this week. That is unfortunate. It's all happening. Eki says Raya and Trent or Martinez and Robertson and 0.5 in the bank. Are you sure that money works? Raya and Trent, but it's a lot more expensive a combo than the other one. So you got to kind of weigh that up. Stephen says start Porro or Konza. I think Konza's got the clean sheet potential. I would say that I think Porro's fixture proof. Although I've got Nick Pope, so I hope he doesn't score. Or assist. I hope we get a Newcastle clean sheet. Minimals Park, is Gibbs White a risk for set pieces with Ward-Prowse joining? Yeah, I mean, Gibbs White's got a good record from the penalty spot. That's why he takes penalties. He's a captain as well. So, yeah. It's one of those, isn't it? Yeah, the Postacoglu's obviously released his video. Now it's his actual press conference where he's kind of quoting the same lines, really. Alex says hold Murphy or sell. I think you need to sell. I don't think he's going to start. Unless you fancy him to come off the bench and deliver. Then I think he's a sell. Keep hitting that like button, guys. We're almost at 200 likes. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It's going to get pretty busy in the next 10 minutes because we've got all of these 1:30 presses coming through. Keep me on my toes. Yeah, interestingly, Arteta confirms Arsenal are looking to replace both Ramsdale and Hines. So, yeah, those outgoings, there should potentially be an incoming, which kind of makes sense. You tend to get a lot of this in the window of a bit of a merry-go-round, and one move triggers another room, move. Move. B4 Bandit says Bruno Fernandes or Jota. Gotta be Jota. But I guess it depends who else you own from Liverpool, because I still don't think I'd go Salah Jota. I'd personally in my team like to go with double Liverpool fullbacks, Trent and Robbo. I think if I was on wildcard, I'd probably have both. I have Salah and Jota. Yeah, tricky one. FPL Spud says, let's get it to 500 likes. We did 1,000 likes last week, so we're properly lagging behind with 185. I don't mind now. As long as we keep going. If you're watching now, hit that like button. Pau Torres has got a international call up for Spain. Yeah, Broya to Ipswich looks like it could be happening. It's not actually 1:30 just yet, so there's going to be a lot more coming in. So we've heard from Postecoglou and we're hearing from Arteta. We're still waiting to hear from Maresca, O'Neill, Glasner. We've still got to hear from... did we see the City press conference started? I'm not sure. Still got to hear from Ipswich City United. And then at 2 o'clock it's the Villa presser as well. So lots more to come. We're starting to see the information creep in now. While we're waiting, I am going to answer questions as well. Here's the update from McKenna. Looks like it could be the same squad. There's a lot of love for the glasses in the chat. I'm not a fan. I don't really find them very comfortable. Maybe I just need better glasses. Eki, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Strand Larson. Tempted to take him over João Pedro. Brighton's fixtures improve after this week, though. I think you need to just be patient. You can't just drop him because he's got a bad fixture. Because he's got the form and he's got the underlying numbers and the fixtures improve again. Ethan says, my hub recommended transfer was to take out Smith Rowe for Bailey. I think mine is to go from Robinson to Robertson. But yeah, you can get your AI transfers on the hub using the link in the description or pinned in the chat with your 50%. That 50% off, guys, isn't going to stick around forever. And the win your league or your money back. It's a no-brainer. Is Midwecki likely to start again, or was it a fluke? He did start in the Europa Conference League. I think if you're a Midwecki owner, you're going to have this headache every week. Sancho to stay, potentially. Looks like it could be. Akbar says, who do you prefer longer term? Solanke and Saka or Salah and Rodgers? Yes. I think Salah and Rodgers. Gabriel Jesus is out of the game tomorrow, but he's progressing well. I don't trust Jesus. I think that's the kind of one that can linger on for a few weeks. VJ says, what time is your deadline stream tomorrow? It is at 9:45. It's scheduled for. And I think the link for it is in the description for this one. I can put it in the chat as well, though. Yeah, 9:45 tomorrow, if you want to join me for that one. So when you subscribe to the channel, then you can write in the chat. And also, then you can hit the bell, the notify button, and then you get a notification when I go live. Very snazzy. So I was just checking I hadn't missed anything there where I was chatting. There's a lot more going on the news tabs on X than there is normally. Keeping me on my toes today. We've got over 800 of you in, which is incredible. If you keep liking and subscribing, then that gets more people in. Helps the algorithm, apparently. Let me know as well in the chat what's your plans for tomorrow. Are you going to be joining me for the deadline stream tomorrow? And what else have you got on? Are you watching the games? Anyone going to a game? I'm taking my kids for a day out tomorrow, so I probably won't watch any football. Maybe I'll do match of the day challenge. Arsenal Brighton, yeah, definitely won't see any of that. West Ham Man City. Maybe I can get home for 5:30 for that. That could be the one. Might probably watch some football on Sunday. That United Liverpool game. That'll be an interesting one. Lost me tweet deck now on another tab. Well, I think the reason I'm not struggling. Oh, Pep's late. I'm just trying to get used to the new streaming situation because I've got new graphics and also I've got a new PC. And I used to have a 27-inch monitor, and now I've got a 24-inch monitor, so it gives me a little bit less room. Basically, I need a second screen. But then I feel like I'd only look at one, I'd get confused. Too much going on. I have used my laptop a few times. Alex says Saturdays are for the deadline streams and the Premier League. Yeah. If I didn't have kids, then it would be. And Ten Hag and Ugarte, we had 3 number 10s. We didn't have any more holding midfielders. We had one, so that's the idea behind signing him. Do I think West Ham can hold City to a low score or no score? No. Haaland's got 4 in 4 against West Ham, by the way. 3 in 2, I think, at the London Stadium. I mean, the big question is what we're going to do next weekend. Glasner says that Palace will be without Riyadh for the next few weeks, but the injury looks not so serious. Struggling for numbers. In that centre-back spot at Palace. Oh, Pep's arrived. We want the Rodri update from Pep, please. What are we betting? Is it going to be, yeah, he's training, we train again later today, we will see. That's what he's going to say. Give me your Pep quote prediction on Rodri while we're waiting for it to come in. I can't see any in the chat yet. Any predict Peps? Should I give out a prize for the closest wording? Phil Foden still doesn't feel good, says Pep. Well, there we go. What is going on with Foden? Gonna have to update my graphic for that. I'll best get on it because it'll probably take me 10 minutes. Both Rodri and Kovacic are now much better. What does much better mean? Did anyone say much better? I don't think we've got a much better. Right, I just need to... So, what did he actually say on Foden? What was the wording? Foden still doesn't feel good. Like, what's that meant to mean? Feel good, Rodri. But yeah, Rodri might be better, but what does that mean? He's going to start or not? But yeah, Foden is out. Here's the key. Just going to update the little news bar. Put it up as well. Yeah. So yeah, significant update there from Pep. Yeah, Rehan said Foden was ill, so he's not recovered. But do we believe, like, do we seriously believe that? There's also Kovacic is available as well. So he's recovered quickly. Do we seriously believe that Phil Foden has been ill, like, as in had a cold and has still got a cold a week later? At Wolves, Traore got to have surgery, proposed loan move off as a result. Like, yeah, I don't know what I think to that Foden situation. To me, there's more there than meets the eye. Also, Pep quoted on his keenness to get Oasis tickets. Anyone, this is the thing. Are you actually going to be joining me on the deadline stream, or are you going to be trying to get Oasis tickets? Those of you that are in the UK, where's the priorities? FPL deadline, Oasis tickets. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, this whole Foden situation. Like, what is actually going on? Like, do we think that Foden is ill, or do we think something else is happening? Nezki's lying. FPL deadline, Oasis. I mean, if you go in that order, you're not going to get any tickets. Oh, I love this from Medic, though. Medicant. He said, I'm on the deadline stream. My son is on ticket duty. And Dark Strider makes a good point. It's free. I mean, you can multitask. Oh, I love this from Escape Artist. You're my saving grace right now. Keeping me company at work. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Get your ducks in a row. Rayhan, Foden will come as a sub. Trust me. I want to know, though. No one's telling me in the chat what you think with the Foden situation. FPL Onions has said, Foden a bit iffy, strange. Vishal, Foden wasn't in training, not expecting him to even be on the bench with the options Pep has. All seems a bit strange to me. Mustafa said, Welbeck or João Pedro on wildcard. João Pedro. Oh, this is good news. Mark Gay stays at Palace. Oliver Glasner confirms. Congratulations to our owners because they didn't give up. Fair play. If you don't want to sell your player, don't sell your player. Yeah, Watkins a bit of a strange one. His reintroduction via other players has been very, very steady. Like, ridiculously steady. So I don't really know what's going on there. Yeah, Foden is not going to start. What Pep said was ruling him out of the game. The Wolves press conference is just about to start. I told you it'd be busy. It'd come quick. Yeah, just to summarise then, guys. Solanke out for game week 3. Back after the break. Richarlison is out for the next few weeks. Foden still doesn't feel good. Rodri is better, though. If you are in and watching and you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button, guys. And subscribe to the channel as well. It really helps me to grow the channel. I was hoping to get to 35,000 subscribers by the international break. We're about 650 off, so yeah, I'll be up against it for that target, but still, anything you can do to help would be amazing. So if you you may think you're subscribed and you're not, so double check. Yeah, no new players will be available for Palace on Sunday. Yeah, this is interesting. Pep was asked about whether he's made a mistake not signing a Haaland backup. I think they've got so many midfielders there that they could just manage with a false 9, couldn't they? It is a gift having Haaland, really, in FPL. Like, the fact that you've got such a nailed-on route into a City attack. I don't think we quite appreciate how good we've got it, if I'm honest. So in terms of the press conferences, we've heard... I don't think we've seen anything from Chelsea. I might just check on that one, actually. Because it did say on my Sky Sports this morning that Maresca would be up at 1 o'clock. So whether there's just some embargoed quotes or something, I don't know. I think it was a pre-rec. So I'll check on that in a minute. But, yeah, we've heard from Postecoglou. Gary O'Neill's is on now. We've heard from Arteta. We've heard from Glasner, McKenna, Pep, and Ten Hag. Yeah, so what I wanted to check on was... Europa League. Maresca's press conference. Latest news. An hour ago. So I think this video was a pre-rec. So there's no kind of new news from Chelsea, unfortunately. It's always like that though, when a team's playing in Europe on a Thursday night, you don't tend to get a lot of useful updates then coming in on the Friday. Stephen says Palmer with Dweke to destroy a slow starting Palace with no Anderson and Gay hoping for a big move up north. Nah, I don't think it'll be a destruction by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, Nelson's just got in. Good to see you, Nelson. Yeah, so we're just waiting for these Wolves quotes to come in at the moment. Oh, this is an interesting quote from Pep. What Rico Lewis gives to the Man City team, Kyle Walker cannot give us. What Kyle gives to us, Rico cannot do it. That's what it's all about. Not a big, long squad, but everyone pushes each other. Alareza, when do you think Calafiori starts? Does he even have a chance of being a starter? Yeah, it was a surprising situation because Timber with a starting game week 2 kind of came out of nowhere. So yeah, now we don't really know where he's going to come in. I think it's probably good for Walker in the Premier League, though, the fact that he's not in the England squad. Mustafa says Foden's sick is tactical to avoid international duty. Yeah, could well be the case. But why would he avoid it? Guess it was a long Euros, wasn't it? Yeah, VJ, that looks like it's going through, that move. Supposedly. Yeah, Chiesa is a 7 million midfielder. Steve Ricks says, I don't know whether to go Palmer or De Bruyne. I think it's got to be Palmer out of those two. But if you don't have Haaland, De Bruyne, I mean, he can't cover Haaland, but I think he's still going to do very well. No return to play time frame for Tomiyasu. It's a shame. This is Chelsea's Conference League draw. Ghent, Heidenheim. Oh no. Yeah. Astana, Shamrock Rovers, Panathinaikos, and Noah. I've obviously keep seeing the draw, but I haven't kind of got my head around what, like, the new format, how it all works. Yeah, it looks like Podence is on his way out of Manchester, out of Wolves. Manchester? My brain's not working today, quite clearly. Germany, Kazakhstan and Greece for Chelsea's opponents. Yeah, there's the confirmation on the Traore injury from the horse's mouth. Yeah, no new injuries for Ipswich, which is good news. Mustafa, will Foden be price locked? His illness, same as Solanke. Solanke's price shouldn't have been locked. And what I want to know is why Solanke's price has been locked. Because as I said, there was only two scenarios. Where a price would be locked on FPL. Can't see anyone that's given a logical reason as to why his price is locked. Oh, his price was locked after he was moving club. But even if that happened, it should only stay locked for like a week. And I think he was moved club on FPL. Okay, quite a while ago. I don't know. Seems a bit fishy to me. Simon says, have I missed any interesting news? Yes, so Solanke's out for game week 3, back after the break. Richarlison is out for the next few weeks as well. And Foden is out for Man City apparently still doesn't feel good, but Rodri is better. We're very, very close to 300 likes, guys. So you know what to do. Hit that button. We've nearly had 100 new subscribers on this stream, which I'm pleased with. So thank you to everyone that has hit the subscribe button today. I mean, we're a bit off. We're probably about 20 off, but you know, it's not a million miles away. This is important as well for transfer. So the transfer window closes at 11 p.m. UK time tonight. Embargoed quotes from managers' press conferences come out at 10:30 tonight. So yeah, there's still more news to be gathered. So if you are making transfers and you've got this far, wait till tomorrow, unless the price changes are going to rule things out. Those who have just joined, firstly, where have you been? But secondly, it's on screen in that breaking, down there somewhere, breaking team news at the bottom. Solanke out for game week 3, should be back after the international break. Richarlison out for the next few weeks. Foden out, still not feeling good, and Rodri is better. Oh, hang on. There we go. Getting confused with all my tabs again. Keep losing important bits. That's no good. Try and keep on track. Oh, VJ with a super thanks. VJ, did I miss one from you earlier as well? Or is that someone else? Apologies if I did, VJ. But thank you as well. Wilson says, I'm so confused to pick Chelsea players. If you're confused, don't bother. But it's Palmer's the one. Palmer or bust, it feels like to me at the moment. I can see why people would go Madwaki, but yeah, not for me. Oh, Gasman's got a ticket for United. Have fun. I mean, fixture-wise, anything could happen, couldn't it? Temsey, is it safe to play Porro this week? I think if you've not got a great backup on your bench, you probably bought Porro with the intention of him being fixture proof, so then I guess you just need to ride that out. Yeah, the Solanke whole price lock thing, I still don't understand why that's happened. Seems very convenient, let's say. Biker, who became a member today after Simon gifted 20 memberships, won Kunku to Rodgers for a -4 and bench Welbeck. Yeah, probably just about. Right, I don't think we've had... I think that's it for updates from Wolves. So let's have a look through exactly what we've got. While I'm doing this, make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Right, I'm going to give this a little refresh so it's up to date. Once I've found the right tab. Yeah, so Traore out for Wolves. No new news from Ipswich. Tomiyasu return date is unknown. No new players available for Palace for Sunday. Mark Gay is confirmed to be a stayer in the window. So I've just seen as well on X that Liverpool's Nat Phillips is set to join Derby on loan. United meant to have a similar squad to last week. Phil Foden still does not feel good, but Rodri and Kovacic are much better. Gabriel Jesus is out for tomorrow's game for Arsenal, but is progressing well. Ten Hag expects Sancho to be a Manchester United player when the deadline closes tonight. Arsenal new signing Marino has picked up a shoulder injury in his first training session and will be out for a few weeks. More of a transfer window news. It looks like Ward-Prowse is off to Forest. Semedo's got a 3-match ban for Wolves. Udogie and Van de Ven are fine for Spurs. Solanke is close, but going to be cautious. It's after the break. Richarlison felt something and is also out for a few weeks. Curtis Jones not available for Liverpool. Everyone else is fit for the trip to Old Trafford. Kaiser could miss out for Liverpool on Sunday. It looks like Tony is off to Saudi, to Al Ali. James Tarkowski back for Everton. No changes in the situation at Leicester. Brighton, Pfeiffer could miss out again. Yates will be assessed for Forest. No issues at Fulham. Mason Mount out with a hamstring injury. Coleman and Garner back in for Everton. Brighton Kadioglu, have I said that right? Could be an option for the trip to Arsenal. No real decent news from Chelsea after their game last night. Yeah, Matt O'Reilly looks out long term for Brighton, which is a shame. Tonali back for Newcastle. Not had the cash update from Villa, but we expect that he's going to be out for around a month. And Willock is out for Newcastle. I think that's everything from the press conferences. Let's just have a little look on the tweet deck and check that we've not missed anything. No, I don't think we have. I think we're good. Lewis says, hang on, let me just get the right thing open. Just need Emery to confirm Cash is out for a month and Nedeljkovic is a lock. So the Villa press conference is scheduled for 2:00, but I'll be honest, in the last few weeks we've had to wait till like 2:30, 2:45 for it. So, what are we thinking? Do you want me to go on for another half an hour while we wait for it? Or are we done? What are you thinking? Al FPL in with a super chat. Can we try and figure out why Solanke price is locked? Yeah, we can do. Should we do that? Is that what we want to do? Wait for the Villa news? Let's if you get the stream up to 500 likes and subscribe as well. Oh yeah, we can look at my team. You all want to keep going, don't you? Let's get the stream up to 500 likes then. Let's get me up to 34,400 subscribers, and we'll carry on for the Villa presser. Yeah? How does that sound? And I'll have a delve around on the whole Solanke price lock thing. Because I believe there is a rule on Solanke prices being locked when a player moves from one club to the other. But I believe that was only for like 10 days. And it's way longer than that. Unless it's doubled down on it with the red flag, has then locked his price for another 10 games. 10 days. Not games, days. But I don't... I'm still not sure. If anyone can tell me for certain, then let me know. Because yeah, I'm clueless at the moment. I'm blind to it. We're still not up, guys, to 500 likes. That's the deal. We stay on another half an hour. We need to get to 500 likes, and we need to get to 34,400 subscribers. Yeah, just checking if anything else was going on the tweet deck. Oh, this is a nice message from Stephen. New viewer for the last couple of weeks, so thank you for joining. I'm really enjoying your content. Never watched any FPL content before. Your videos have become part of my morning routine. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I feel like we have the schedule's been a bit all over the place, I'll be honest, this last week. Some of the edits have taken longer. I've not kind of been consistently uploading at the same time, but the aim should be like half 11 a.m. UK time. That's the aim. Right, we're still lagging behind on these likes, guys. There's still no sign of the Villa press conference either. We could be waiting a while for it. Shall I have a look on the Villa website? Oh, James said go through your team. Yeah, I need to do that as well, don't I? There is the deadline stream tomorrow as well, guys, isn't there? Where's my team? Let's have a look at my team then. So I am rolling the transfer this week. Happy with Pope. Trent, Robinson, Vardiol, Saka, Eze, Smith Rowe, Jota, Muniz, Haaland, Isak. So on the triple Fulham again. Didn't work out too badly in game week 2. 2 returns from 3. So yeah, can't complain too much. It's going all right. Not mind-blowingly well, but it's okay. We're in an okay place with it. That's the main thing. Right, guys, I am going to leave it there because it is... My kids go back to school on Tuesday, and I've been with them this morning, and my father-in-law's looking after them at the moment, so it's been a bit of a juggle today, but I will be back in the morning for the deadline stream at 9:45 a.m. The link to that is in the description for this one, and it's in the live chat as well, so make sure that you like the stream and you subscribe to the channel, and if you hit the bell, that'll notify you when I go live. And if you are wanting some more FPL chat, go and do a raid on Chasing Green Arrows. My mate Gianni is on there now with Big Man Bakar and Dean Jones. So go raid them, jump in their live chat, tell them that I sent you there, and I'll see you back here next week. Thanks for watching, guys.